My mom was really the first person who shaped the family, the home's view of God and Christianity. When we were small, we didn't really go to church. My mom wasn't really a Christian. She, I think she went to church because she had us and thought, oh, I should probably take my kids to church. But it was when we moved to Virginia and came to RCC. This was the first church in Virginia that we visited when it first opened, and I mean, it was Rick and Michelle who brought my mom to Christ, and then it was the information that they fed her that fed us that started, Christianity in our home and what we understood of that as children. I've been at this church for a really long time, and I would say that the greatest spiritual role models that I have are here because the church family that I've grown has been here. I think that when you're young and you're in church, you are enjoying it, you like coming every Sunday. There's something to be said about the consistency of that, and you like being around the same teachers and hearing about all the stories in the Bible. And I think as you start to get a little older, though, you start to have questions a little deeper than when you're younger. It's less about it's less about the story itself and more about really what does it mean. As I grew up in RCC, I would say that Rick started to answer those questions for me. And I met other families and joined a youth group. I was 14 when I met Melanie and Charlie and Leah Keene. They started a youth group, and that youth group played a big role in throughout my teenage years. Charlie and Melody have a really strong Christian faith, and they were the type of Christians who wouldn't fake that it's not difficult, that life is not difficult, that there are challenges, but that God never leaves you and that He's always there to talk to. And I think as a role model, having that so early in my spiritual, journey was really helpful. The pastor, for me, and I think probably for most people, is the greatest spiritual role model that you have. And you fill up every week on things that you probably didn't know. Maybe you read it in the Bible, but you didn't put it into perspective the way that your pastor will do for you. And it provokes questions that maybe you didn't know.